What is up? I figured I haven't gone live on this channel in a minute, so let's do it. You see me comb my infamous beard here. What is up, everybody? A bridge over troubled waters. That's what's up. We'll see if some people come in here. At least 1 minute footage. Need to start a highlight. Is there any comments in here? There we go. Top chat, live chat. I don't think anybody's coming in, man. It's Saturday. No notifications. There it is. There's mine. Anyways, we'll turn that down. Sterling says, finally. I'm going to try to do a guitar live feed tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen, Sterling. And tomorrow night, I am going to a show, I think. We haven't 100% decided on that. T-Bone says, I'm here, let's rock. This tour in life, Jason. I heard that you were on Pale Rider's channel last night. Pale Rider, he texted me about 6:42. I was in the middle of something, and then it wasn't until like after 8 that he said, hey, we're doing a free-for-all. We're talking about the bridge. And, of course, I was in the middle of something, and I couldn't join in, so... and the bridge, you know, if you guys don't know, the Francis Key Bridge in Baltimore is down. All kinds of internet wackadoo going on around it. And it's amazing how we don't believe in accidents anymore. We don't believe in imperfection anymore. You know, if we believed in perfection, you wouldn't have trucks in the median or in a ditch or driving on walking paths because they're following the wrong GPS. And so when it comes to the bridge, people have asked me, do you think it was on purpose? And I'd say, well, here's the deal, man. If everybody would just watch what's going on with shipping, these are people that particular person specializes in the field of cargo shippery, right? And he kind of explained how it could happen. You look at the perspective of one, we've got one perspective of the camera, and it does look like it goes right for the pillar, right? And people that don't know anything about ships is like, well, it was intentional because, you know, a ship doesn't go off course like that, blah, 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 blah. Have you ever tried to stop a 95,000 ton, not pound, but ton ship? Have you ever tried to stop one of those? They had enough time in trying to stop it that they actually warned the cops. The cops were able to close the bridge off before the impact. And then, like, there's like 20 investigations. There's like 20 agencies that are involved in the investigation. You have the FBI, of course, CIA, probably all of them. And then you've got the people that own the ship, which I believe are Japanese. The ship was flagged out of what? Was it Colombia? An Indian crew. So India is going to get involved. America is involved. Japan is involved. I keep wanting to say Cambodia, but I don't think that's right. Colombia is involved. And then, of course, all the people that had product that was on that ship bound for wherever it was going. So, and I'll get to the comments here in a second, but, you know, so I go to my Facebook, and there are a lot. See, here's the thing. Here's why it's a conspiracy. Not because anything actually happened, but because conspiracies get clicks. And they're fueled by the upper elite to divide us. That's what that is. So if we can get everybody arguing about a stupid ship that hit a stupid bridge, that's going to cause all this havoc. You know, that's the other thing. They make it sound like it's going to cripple our country. Here's the deal. If taking out one bridge in our infrastructure completely devastates the country, then we are in worse shape than we thought. It's as simple as that. That's going to be the title of this video, I think, if I make this public again. It's as simple as that. No conspiracy. It was an accident. And guess what? Will there be effects? Yes. Will there be repercussions? Yes. Will it be a pain in the ass if you're someone that lives in Baltimore or a truck driver that needs to deliver inside Baltimore? Yes. Which is why in Friday's live feed on the big channel, I talked about know your worth, know what it takes to go in, and know how much money and time you're going to need to go around that bridge that fell. It's as simple as that. Argument done. And regardless if, you know, the ship captain made a mistake, or they made a mistake in building the bridge, or, you know, aliens solved it, you know, caused it, the effect is there. And while everybody's arguing about something that's happened in the past, you need to prepare yourself for today and the future. But we don't have time for that if we're going to call everybody a conspiracist and a liar, you know. It's like, come on now. People make mistakes. Accidents happen. Don't believe me? You'll probably come, if you're a truck driver, you're probably going to come up on an accident sometime today. So Sterling says, finally, what is this? Trucking with T-Bone, I'm here, let's rock. This story in life, Jason. I sure could use some random professional noise. I don't know about professional, but we'll see what we can do. How many drums do I need? Well, it depends. If you're going for the Neil Peart thing, you need about 50 of them. If you're going for, like, the Beatles thing, you need 3. I went straight to bed. Jason says, for a minute, with both feet, howdy. I'm done with the stupid conspiracies. Feel bad for people dumb enough to listen to rumor. I don't believe in accidents anymore because I know what's possible and probable. Max Force, look, don't get me wrong. I believe in that. I believe that too. And so you're saying, well, Steve, pick a side. Here's the thing. If I knew all the facts, because here's the thing with, like, the George Floyd thing. This is probably going to flag the channel, right? There's footage out there a year later of how it was really handled. Or 2 years later, really. And it's an hour-long documentary on YouTube from a news program. And it really kind of opens your eyes of all the information we didn't see. Now, it is too early to determine if it was intentional or not. Now, if it was intentional, you got to consider yourself, okay, why was it intentional? If it was from an out source, then they're going to make a big deal of it so we can go in there and take care of things. If it's from an inside source and there's an agenda to it, like, you know, the extremists that, you know, have done bad things because of the skin color that they've done, then they're going to use that as an opportunity to blame, like, people like me. So the fact that they haven't done any of that makes me believe that it probably was an accident, and the accident was probably caused due to carelessness, kind of like the Boeing thing, right? Like, oh, hey, our planes suck, and the person that knows about it, he suddenly dies. Interesting, right? Yeah, conspiracies do exist. Evil does exist. Here's the thing. Evil does exist. But at the end of the day, you're not going to change anybody's mind on the internet. And all it does is argue. All it does is create a bunch of noise, and you lose focus on what's really important. You know, and you're going to have a lot of people that are going to take advantage of that opportunity to profit off of this bridge collapse. You know, it's got government money behind it now, and you know, and so, but it's not going to debilitate our entire infrastructure, which is what one of the conspiracy theories are talking about. Freight will just go to a different port, and if and then that's it. It's going to cause. It might affect some small businesses, obviously, but no different than like what they're trying to do in Kansas City. They're trying to clear out an area in Kansas City for the Royal Stadium, for a new Royal Stadium. And it's going to kill a lot of small bars, a lot of small businesses, a lot of live band venues that are going to be completely leveled. And they're doing that right in front of your face. So we don't think about things like that because we're concentrating on arguments on the internet of why something happened when we should just accept that it did happen, and we've got to figure out how to deal with it. As a truck driver, we have to deal with that. As me as a dispatcher, safety guy, I have to deal with that. God forbid if you're a hazmat hauler in the area, man, your life just got a lot harder. And regardless of the origin story, do I trust government? No. Do I trust the news? No. Do I trust the people that are doing independent investigations that are connected to it? Maybe, but if it was a complete do accident, then they're not going to put that out either, because then nobody will have trust. Just like the whole Boeing thing. You got people canceling flights. This is a Boeing? Yeah. Well, then I'm out. It's kind of like that. Best resource. Sterling put the link up. No, but I tried to stop a pontoon boat in the Panhandle. Got tipped. There's no brakes. Singapore. Okay, Singapore. I'm sorry. I don't know why I had Colombia in my head. Dang, even Snorelord switched to horizontal live view. Yeah, it's like an extra step to like hit the extra thing, and I don't know. If Shannon can do it, I can do it, right? Although I don't look anything like Shannon. SSTs in the house. Every year, the whole state of California burns completely to the ground many times. It does. Max Force, C virus, no accident. I'm with you on that, Max Force. I'm too old to believe in coincidence. True. The earth is not flat. I will fight that conspiracy theory. My dad used to be a weather forecaster for the Marines. Just say the bridge hit the ship. There you go. Marty's got it right. You could tell it was an accident because it looked so intentional. If it was intentional, they would have made it look more like an accident. So, you just blew my mind, man. Tragedy is the foundation of all engineering. Money debasement, no accident. I'm with you there, Max Force. Never let a tragedy go to waste. That is what's going on, right? It happens overnight. Now, think about if that had happened at 9 a.m. It would literally set this country on fire. It really would. And the fact that no terrorists has claimed it, that's the other thing. Don't think that they're not going to investigate all the crew members, the ship captain. They're gonna figure out how many children he has and what women he was with like 15 years ago. I mean, they're gonna figure out everything about that dude. Don't get me wrong. They're gonna look at that. Mrs. A says, "Howdy, gang. I thought you'd be working on the dryer right now." Sterling says, "Hi to the wife. Evil thrives in the lush fields of complacency." At least one ship didn't bring down 2 pillars like the 2 planes brought down 3 buildings. Those planes did more damage than just 3 buildings. Government prefers cheap bread during the circus. Yes. Ship is flagged Singapore, but is owned by Japan. Yes. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I was wrong about Singapore. I was calling it Colombia, and then one time I had it in my head it was Cambodia, which isn't true either. Old school afternoon chat. It is afternoon, isn't it? I'm here. Start over. Legend. Woot, says Toga. Because of the tide, the ship left that early. We gave up for now until I hear back from my brother. Oh, okay. at a stall. So, anyways, I just got done with an hour and a half workout, and I tell you what, this workout has brought, like, music comes in waves with me. Like, there seemed to be a period of time where I wasn't listening to any music. I was either listening to podcast or listening to YouTube or listening to audiobooks while driving the truck, the big truck. Now, years ago, my wife had got me one of those big 165 gig iPods, and I used that for quite a while because I hated having all my CDs in the truck or whatever. You know, that's how old I am, right? And then a friend of mine told me about Spotify Premium, and no CDs get in my vehicles now because of that. But there are periods where I wasn't listening to music because I didn't want to bring CDs with me in the vehicle. I didn't have my iPod charged or something like that, and so my creativity goes out the window. It goes right out the window. And then usually something happens, like maybe I'm like, there's a stretch on Indian Nation Turnpike in Oklahoma where there's no signal for the phone. And I also talk to a lot of drivers too while driving. And so I'd have satellite radio on, a song come on that made me like, man, I enjoy this song. And then it'll kind of spark something and I'll start listening to music again. Well, I was kind of getting one of those phases, and ever since I've been working out, it's been 95% music. There's one time there's a few times where I'll listen to Order Man podcast, because I like his stuff. If you don't know that channel, go check it out, Order Man. And but music, you know, and then Spotify's got the lyrics now, so like I've been rediscovering bands. Like there's like songs I've listened to like 80,000 times, but I've never read the lyrics. So like, for example, the other day when I was working out, I think it was Thursday, I got in some old Halloween, like like Halloween's a great, like, so I created a playlist of my favorite Halloween songs, and that was my treadmill motivation. That's what I called the playlist. You know, the fact that you can create, I created a Crowbar playlist for Sterling, but after I was done with it, he's like, yeah, I don't do Spotify. I'm like, so I don't know how to get this playlist to him, but it's a great playlist if you like Crowbar, which Crowbar is one of my favorite bands. So I did send Sterling a song. I think you liked it. So greetings from Cambodia, says Sterling. Remember that song, I forget the original band that did it, but Law's Rocket did a cover of it, Holiday in Cambodia. Who was the group that did that? Sterling Wheel band Tolga. No, he didn't. I don't ban only love inappropriately. Sorry, Snorelord, over a 20-year period I've grown cynical. I don't believe in anyone in DC gives a damn about us. Max Force, you are correct. No apologies necessary, my friend. Look, here's the deal, Max Force, and I hope you're still in here. I'm going to say this, and you guys, some people are going to get mad at this. Here's the deal. Ready? Are you ready? Max Force, you still in here? Check out Trivium Foul. I don't listen to a whole lot of Trivium. I've been listening to Natas. I've been listening to a lot of Impending Doom. I've been really getting into them. All right, okay, Max Force Jr. Okay, here we go. The sooner people figure out that the Republic's lost, the Republic is lost, the sooner we can get to a revolution. I'm going to say that again. The Republic is lost. It is time for a revolution. The sooner we figure that out, the sooner we can get to work. It's like addiction. The sooner you figure out you're an alcoholic or a carbaholic, the sooner we can get to fixing the problem. There it is. And if you guys go read Just in Food Alone, and my wife sent me a meme that kind of makes fun of me for this, but if you go read the book Metabolical by Dr. Lustig, That's just a little bit of our food supply that the government has corrupted us for the last 60 to 80 years. They've sold us out. And the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the homeless get piled on, drug addiction is through the roof, depression is through the roof, mental illness is through the roof. We ain't taking care of ourselves. And we do it lovingly with the oppression Olympics. There you go. That's what I believe, Max Force. Was the bridge an accident? Doesn't matter. Everybody can argue about that all day long, but it's not going to solve the initial problems, which is the infrastructure itself. And again, I go back to what I said earlier. If that one bridge causes so much havoc to our economy is a lot more fragile than we think. No, it's a death metal band out of Portland, Oregon. Okay, Trivium Foul. That's the whole name. I thought maybe it was a song by Trivium. Okay, I will check them out. Let me take a screenshot of that. There we go. Dead Kennedys, thank you. LVC, I haven't seen you in a minute. Most people lack a heart, spine, and also to stand up for what they believe in. LVC, been a while. Hey, Toga, see, what if the problems aren't fixable? Sometimes when you fix a problem, you got to take some precise tools. You got to take, like, let's say you're trying to fix a dryer and you're trying to figure out what's bad on it. So you get this little meter thing and you're checking all the inputs and stuff and you're trying not to electrocute yourself. And, you know, you got this precision thing. You got to take the back off and you got to clean out the dust and, you know, you got to do this precision, right? But you know what also fixes a problem dryer? Smashing the crap out of it or putting, I don't know, about 50 rounds through it. Sometimes things need precision and sometimes things need blunt force. The way I would fix a dryer is probably not the best way to fix a dryer. My wife is trying the other way. She's tackling the electrical aspect. She's got smaller hands. She can get in there. And we're trying to not pay the man to fix the dryer. So, we were going through that with the washer, and we ended up buying something that's 20 years old. That's been like a freaking tank, knock on wood. Now, if you want a washer that's old school, that works like a tank, then you have to pay out the yin-yang for it now. You know, forget all the smart appliances. Like, I don't need my refrigerator to know that I'm out of milk. I don't care. I'll figure out that I'm out of milk. Milk's bad for you anyways, right? Maybe, I don't know. You have 30,000 health experts telling you 30,000 different things. By the end of the day, you got to do what works for you. So it's been a while since I say that I wasn't addicted. Transportation Secretary Booty Juice. Is that a new band you're starting there, LVC? Can you play Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers later tonight? Absolutely not. My wife will divorce me if I do that because she despises, and for good reason, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Isn't that about him being a heroin addict? Anyways, like it's supposed to be this soulful thing. If you watch the documentary about Woodstock, what was it, Woodstock 99 or whatever it was, I completely lost respect for Red Hot Chili Peppers. They had the power to calm the crowd down and they didn't. And people got hurt, whatever. Why do women have smaller feet so they can stay close to the stove? DIY says, nice Kenworth. Thank you. This Kenworth has not been recalled. So there's that. Yeah, man, I used to be into Metallica and thrash metal, but the last 4 or 5 years I've turned into black metal and death metal, man. Good on you, man. I love death metal. I love, like, the new Suffocation's good. There's so many. Nerd Emotion, good afternoon from from my homeland. At least I think that's where my ancestors are from. I have a great joke about multi-story car parks. It's on another level. The dad jokes begin. But DIY, good to see you in here, my friend. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on the bridge. It went down. Doesn't matter how or why. It's down, and it's going to be a pain in the ass for a lot of people. It's as simple as that. It's not complacency. It's just the fact that I have bigger problems in my own world that I need to figure out. Like, I don't know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Do I need to go to the store? Can I afford to go to the store? That's something that's important. So, yeah, it is sad. Look, here's the thing. It could have been a lot worse. And, you know, I remember watching the footage, and there's trucks that are barely getting by. Like, they see the black smoke coming from the ship. And I'm thinking, man, what if you're that one truck driver that literally got over the bridge, and you look in the rear mirror and it's gone? Wouldn't that kind of freak you out? Wouldn't that kind of like woo your head a little bit? And whatever they rebuild, I don't know if they're going to rebuild that there, or they're just going to come up with a whole new infrastructure. More than likely, some contractors are going to be able to talk them into doing a whole new infrastructure. People are going to be nervous on that bridge for a long time. You know, but I mean, hell, 5 years from now, when they get it done, people will probably have already forgotten about it. They'll be arguing about something else, right? Beef is what, yeah, that is true, LVC. I am all about beef being a health food. I just don't know if I'm going to do burgers or if I'm going to treat myself. I don't know what, I forget what the wife is cooking, but I think she said I was on my own tonight. So I'll have to figure it out. I have noticed, though, maybe this is a bad thing, LVC, but I've been buying the burger patties, the frozen burger patties from Costco. I don't think I like them as much as the Great Value ones from Walmart. Oh, maybe I should buy locally, but that gets pretty pricey. And that means I got to go to the farmer's market here. And that's usually in the Saturday mornings when, you know, and by the time I get there, instead I'm doing a dumb live feed instead of going to the farmer's market and trying to buy some good beef. Death Touch, a nice slab of steak sounds good. It does. It really. I haven't had a good steak in a long time. Like, I'm talking like the kind of steak that makes you want to, like, like, like you would die for almost. Like, I haven't had a steak like that in a long time. The kind of steak that you get at an expensive restaurant, and you go, man, I need one more of those, but I don't want another bank loan kind of steak. It's been a long time since I've had one of those. I just got back from the seaside. Mrs. is at the theater, so I'm out to do some gaming. Cool. California Northbridge earthquake interchanges, left cars, trucks stranded. Watch the videos. They rebuilt quickly because they got bonuses to finish quickly. I remember that. I remember, is that the ones that they collapsed on each other? Yeah, I don't know if it'll take 5 years for this bridge, but it's definitely going to be at least a year or so. I mean, they don't want to get it. They don't want like 6 months from now. Okay, it's done. You know, people are going to question that maybe, but you're right. There are bonuses to get it done quicker, and there is a sense of urgency because of how important the bridge is. 31 to 35,000 vehicles a day go over that. So, okay, Mrs. A. So apparently I got to go shopping. So we'll figure it out. But other than that, I figured I'd stop in. I haven't done a live feed on the small channel. Now, what's funny is everybody's like, oh, YouTube shadow banning the firearms and stuff like that. The holster videos and the one knife video is actually the best performing videos on this channel, besides my 15-year-old ELD video that's completely outdated now. If you youngsters want to see what ELDs look like when they first came out, go to one of the earliest videos I've done, or just search my videos by most viewed, and you'll see that video, and you're going to be like, wow, Snorelord actually looks kind of cute without a beard. And number two, wow, that's ancient. That's like looking at Windows ME. That's what it's like. It's like looking at Windows ME versus the Garmin Diesel, whatever number they're at now. That's what it looks like. So, Nerd Emotion just subscribed. Thank you very much. We have an issue here. A lot of the bridges are falling apart as the concrete is old. It's going to cost billions. Buck Brown says, I'll be having something somewhere tonight for dinner. There you go. No, that was San Francisco. Northwoods was SoCal. Oh, okay. See, I don't know my California like you guys, like you and Sterling do. I'm kind of like, with that, so. Sterling grew up in Palmdale. Northwoods earthquake was a mess. You know, we are near, here in Missouri, we are near the, there's a fault line. What's the name of the fault line, Mrs. A? New Madrid. We're near the New Madrid fault line, which would probably level St. Louis and would do some damage here. But if you're going on I-55 southbound, there's a rest area that talks all about the New Madrid, and it's got like earthquake graph things, as decoration. You can go in, it's like a whole museum for the New Madrid. It's pretty cool. So took 7 years to rebuild the Florida bridge. Shall we take a wager how long it's going to take? I think it's going to take 2 years to rebuild this bridge. Maybe 3. No, we'll do 3. So someone bookmark this, and then 3 years from now, see if I'm right. If I'm wrong, give me a thumbs down on this video. If I'm right, give me a thumbs up. That's what I'm going to wager. So. Woody man gonna get that bridge done like the Philly Bridge. If you ever go down Cajun Pass, that sits directly on the San Andreas Fault. Tolga, it offered me this live. Snorelord seems legit. Well, does no good to give you guys this impression that I'm somebody that I'm not. I deal with different things just like anybody else. In fact, people have called me boring because I'm not like overly excited about anything. So, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? So, but anyways, I'm gonna get off here. Thanks for watching. This video is gonna go private, and I will probably go back and make it public. So you gotta have patience. And people are out here going, why is that dude talking to himself in the parking lot? You do you. Boring, send those people to me. Send those people to me to meet with the real boring guy. Well, I don't get all excited. I don't get into the like see, that's the thing to do on TikTok, is you got to be all excited. That's why half the conspiracy theories people talk about they don't even believe in themselves. They just want to shout and scream because that's what gives clicks or views. And I don't know. There's been a couple of feeds where I got animated, but whatever. I'm not ashamed. Ooh. Mike who cheese stank. Okay. So, but anyways, thanks for coming in, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace.